If you've been eating breakfast and noticing that you have brain fog or you feel tired after you eat breakfast, or you find yourself in the middle of the day having that energy crash, or maybe late in the evening, you just feel mentally exhausted. More than likely, that's coming from the way you're starting your day, okay? Which means I'm talking about the way you start your day with breakfast, okay? And so I'm gonna share with you 5 different breakfast ideas that you can start eating today to not only start losing stubborn belly fat, but also have more energy, get rid of brain fog, and just live a more, life, a better life that you can enjoy because you have the energy to enjoy it versus feeling tired because of the quality of foods that you eat, okay? So with that said, what I noticed from a lot of successful men and women who reach out to me, not only do they want to lose the weight, but they also want to feel better. They want to have more energy throughout the day because they need that mental and physical energy to perform in their career, run that business, do their trainings and lead their team, and still have the energy to enjoy time with their family and have a good social life too. And so here's what I see. A lot of them, before they reached out to me, were eating things that were quick because they're busy. Like, I don't have time to be cooking a whole lot of food for a long period of time in the kitchen. And so they're eating things like waffles, bagels, muffins, donuts. And although these types of foods may not have a ton of calories in them, but a lot of times it's spiking their blood sugar, which that's one thing that most people don't hear when they see trainers talking about weight loss. They hear most trainers, generic trainers, just talking about being in a calorie deficit. But if you're not understanding the quality of the foods that you're eating and the types of foods that you need to eat, you can find yourself losing weight, but still not having that energy to get things done efficiently and productive the way you want to, okay? And so it's not just what you eat, the amount that you eat, but it's also the quality of what you're eating, all right? And so I'm gonna share with you a couple of things, a couple of different meals, why it works, why you shouldn't do certain things, why you shouldn't eat certain foods. And so that way, you're losing weight, feeling good, and you can go out there and make more money and have a life that you enjoy, okay? So the first one is this. Now, before I jump in, there is one more thing I want to say. The foods I'm getting ready to share with you, yes, they can help you lean out, but you have to have the right portions. That is important. And that's something that I help my coaching clients with. And so I can't tell you specifically on this video what your portions need to be because that's individualized, okay? But just know you gotta have your calorie and protein, all that kind of stuff dialed in, and so your portions are on point. But I'm gonna go ahead and give you the foods because this will help you start feeling better though, okay? Number one, this is a more quick breakfast that I eat. It's more like a breakfast / snack. You don't want to be snacking throughout the entire day, but if you notice sometimes you are really busy and you just don't have the time to eat breakfast right away. I know at times, I wake up, I want to get right to work. And so I'll eat something that's quick, simple. I'll work a little bit and then I'll eat my breakfast a little later, all right? Or I'll just do a brunch. And so the first one is this: protein yogurt with blueberries and some healthy fats like walnuts, okay? Couple of reasons. Protein yogurt, you need to have protein, guys. If you want to be able to regulate your blood sugar throughout the day, meaning you don't have those energy crashes from spiking your blood sugar from eating, the waffles, the donuts, the bagels, those are the types of things, the type of foods that spike your blood sugar. And when it spikes, it goes up, you get the itis, and then when it drops, you're tired. You have these food cravings later on in the middle of the day or later on in the evening, okay, because of those types of foods that you're eating, all right? So this is why you want to be eating protein in your breakfast every single morning. You have to have protein, whether it's a meal or a snack. Second thing, fruit. I said blueberries. And so these blueberries, it's still going to spike your blood sugar a little bit, but fruit is nature's candy, so it doesn't have as much sugar as something like a bagel or a donut or, a croissant does. And so it's not going to spike it as much. It's going to spike a little bit, and then it's going to regulate your blood sugar. You'll be fine, okay? That way you still have energy. Then the last thing, cashews or walnuts. Any type of healthy fats, cashews, walnuts, or almonds. I think I said a little bit earlier, I said walnuts, which is a healthy fat, okay? This is going to help with energy, heart health, brain health. It helps you regulate your blood sugar, and that way you have stable energy throughout the entire day. You're not feeling tired at certain points throughout the day, whether it be the morning, afternoon, or the evening. You got to eat foods that are going to give you energy and help you sustain energy. That way you can perform at a high level in your career, but still have energy, mental energy for your family when you get home. Okay? So that's the first one. I'm gonna start going a little bit faster because I don't want this video to be too long. But the second one is scrambled eggs, spinach, okay? Or you could do a fruit. Scrambled eggs, spinach, or if let's say you don't want to do the fruit, you could do a mixed fruit cup. Maybe like what I like to do strawberries and kiwi, okay? But doing the scrambled eggs, I know a lot of people, there's a big misconception in the fitness industry where people think that eggs make them fat. Eggs are unhealthy, but eggs are healthy, guys. It should be actually, unless you're allergic to eggs, it should be a staple in almost everyone's diet. You know, not only are you getting protein, but you're also getting healthy fats. And we need to have healthy fats in our diet for brain health, our heart health, you know, our overall health and wellness. Like healthy fats helps us regulate our hormones. Very, very important to have healthy fats. Healthy fats can also help us absorb vital nutrients a lot better. Like one of the supplements I take in the morning is vitamin D3. And healthy fats can help you absorb that vitamin D3 and extract the nutrients from it a lot easier. And so, you know, those are things I go into a little bit more detail with my clients, but like you need healthy fats, guys, okay? Very important to have healthy fats in your diet. And fats don't make you fat. Unless you're eating a lot of fried foods. You're eating fried foods, a lot of processed food, going to McDonald's and Five Guys and eating junk food like that all the time. Yeah, those are the type of fats that you don't want. Those are the type of fats that lead to high blood pressure and hypertension and things like that, heart disease. So number 3, egg whites, strawberries with avocado slices, okay? A couple of things about this. Egg whites, pure protein. It's not like eggs, where eggs have some healthy fat in there. Egg whites, pure protein, okay? Then the strawberries, you know, let's say you don't want to do blueberries like I mentioned earlier, you could do strawberries. Same thing. Any type of fruits that have like seeds in them, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, fruits like that, lower in sugar, lower glycemic index. And so if you notice that you are pre-diabetic or type 2 diabetic, there are certain types of fruits that you do and don't want to eat, okay? If you're just following these trends, that's just like, hey, calorie deficit, and you have pre or type 2 diabetes, and you mess around and, you know, go into a sugar coma because you're eating too much bananas. Because bananas are very high in sugar. They may have some potassium, but they're very high in sugar. And so these are things to be very mindful of. And if you want to lose weight, you want to put yourself in a position where you're more insulin sensitive, okay? If you eat too much sugary food, even healthy foods that have a lot of sugar in it, then that's what takes you out of being insulin sensitive. Makes it really hard for your body to start burning fat, all right? And over time, you become insulin resistant if you're eating too much sugar, which causes people to end up having type 2 diabetes, okay? And so very important things to pay attention to. Number 4, turkey sausage with egg whites and spinach, all right? Turkey sausage, egg whites, spinach. You got your fiber and your fruit, your fiber and your carbs from the spinach. Then you have the turkey sausage, which is protein with a little bit of fat in there, okay? And don't be afraid of sodium, it's not bad, it'll be okay. Unless you know you have like hypertension, high blood pressure, and there's a certain amount of sodium that you do and don't need to eat on a daily basis, then, you know, that's something that you may need to talk to your physician about. But, you know, it's totally fine. I eat turkey sausage pretty much almost every other day. And then the egg whites, pure protein. Because the turkey sausage does have some fats in there, I don't want to have turkey sausage plus eggs. You can do that, but if I'm gonna get fats from one food, I prefer for that other protein source to not have any fats in there, all right? To really keep it lean, okay? To not only help you lean out, but also help you have energy and not have that sluggish feeling. Because you can overeat on healthy foods and find yourself feeling tired and irritable, okay? Last thing, this is another one that's kind of like quick, kind of like the one I shared earlier about the yogurt. Protein shake, all right? You can do a whey protein shake with fruit like blueberries, low glycemic fruit, all right, low sugar, gonna have you feeling good. And then you can do some healthy fats like walnuts or almonds, okay, or even cashews. Just do one of them. You don't want to do all three of them, okay? Just do one of them. And you don't want to overeat on these cashews, walnuts, and almonds. Because if you overeat on these types of foods, I'm telling you, this is how folks they're snacking on these healthy fats. Even though they're healthy, they add up really quickly. And this is why I tell folks, if you're not tracking, you're slacking. If you find yourself, snacking on trail mix and nuts and almonds and cashews throughout the entire day, you're like, man, why do I feel so bloated? Man, why my clothes fitting more tight? What's going on here? These are the type of things people be telling me. If you start tracking how much you're eating in an app like MyFitnessPal, y'all, I'm telling you, you'll be able to see how much calories you're eating over the course of a day, because these nuts are kind of like finger food. You can just reach and grab it and you're just munching on it throughout the day. You can easily eat 1,000 calories worth of cashews or 1,500 calories worth of walnuts or almonds and not even realize it without even blinking an eye. And so that's why it's important to be to know your portions by weighing and tracking, because it holds you, accountable to a certain boundary or parameters. When you go outside of these parameters, your clothes don't fit. When you go outside of these parameters, the weight don't go down on the scale. You feel tired because you're eating too much. So it's important to have that structure, so that way you know how much you need to eat. Okay, and so this is the five list of breakfasts that you can start eating to lose stubborn belly fat, lose weight, have energy, regulate your blood sugar, so that way you don't have those energy crashes in the afternoon or later on in the evening. You want to feel good, Like if you're like me, you have a very demanding career, very demanding lifestyle. You want to look good, you want to feel good, you want to still be able to show back up at home for the people that you love and care about. You got to start treating your body the same way you treat your nice fancy car, your nice fancy house. You treat those things with, a lot of attention to detail. So you have to do those same things with your body, or else your body is going to end up breaking down on you. And what happens to all the life that you've built, your career, your family, all these things, what happens to these things if your body and your health fail? That's why it's very, very important that you start to pour into yourself. That way you can pour into everyone else. You can continue to pour into everybody else. Otherwise, So with that said, if you have any questions for me, don't hesitate to reach out. I'll drop a link down in the description. If you like more structure, if you want a step-by-step game plan where I map these things out for you in a way that fits your preferences, your schedule, and your lifestyle, you'll see that link down in the description. All right, we out of here.